Go. We're live on YouTube now too. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're live on the YouTubes and on the Instagrams, and I'm sitting here in my office, which is where some of the unbelievable magic happened. So it's so good to see humans are joining us and some stuff. But hey, I'm going to just go through some stuff as we're waiting for people to join. First up is just happy release day. So if you're part of our church family, then this is really cool that we get to release a new single today. This one has a great story. And it's been really cool to get this song out. We've been trying to do songs frequently, and it's a lot of work to get going when you're in the middle of getting weekends going and everything like that too. But this one was especially interesting. In 2019 we released a couple singles, and we had started getting into a bit of a flow, and then with the pandemic and all the stuff in 2020. This song came out just coming into Easter. So just think about that. That was like right at the beginning of the pandemic. So it took us a while to get around to actually finishing the song, recording it, and releasing it. But yeah, we're glad that it all worked out. And it's the recording. This version comes out of our Titanium series. So we were in a series that we wanted to try some different stuff musically, and so we rearranged the song from the original arrangement. And when we finished it, we were like, hey, this is a really cool version of the song. Why don't we use this as the kind of like a quasi live, quasi studio version? And so that's where we ended up with the tune. And so that's the one that we have out. So I'm seeing some people coming in here. What's up, peoples? Okay, so I want to just start out some of the info stuff, but get those questions coming, peeps. The primary songwriter on this song was Richard. So if you know, hello, Margaret. Margaret is my wife. So she's being my fangirl right now. Thanks, Marge. Richard's the primary songwriter on this one, and Rich is the primary songwriter on another one of our songs, Flip the Script, and also, hey, Rachida, how's it going? And he co-wrote Hallelujah. So he's been a part of all the releases we've done in the last couple of years, and he is an ideas guy. He just keeps pumping stuff out, which is really cool. Hi Joel, hi Inux. Sorry, I don't Joel Anath. Okay. So feel free to ask some questions. This is all about the new single. I'm just curious if anyone's had a chance to listen to it yet. We got a YouTube video up that comes out of the Titanium series that we recut a little bit to re-release and do some special stuff too. We've got on Spotify and whatchamacallit, Apple, Amazon, and all that stuff. Oh, Margaret, what was the recording process like? Thank you for that question. So we recorded at Titanium series, and hey, Patrick, we started thinking, how could we do this series in a special way? So we thought more like synth elements and the music that was a little bit more electronic based. And so we, over this 1 week, we recorded 7 weekends of music. And one of those sessions we did, Unbelievable, was part of one of the music sets for our weekend gatherings. And so we had like a totally different process. Usually our teams kind of prep the music based on recordings and they get them ready, and then we go into the room together and we play the song together. But this one, because of the synthetic or the synthesizers, like these types of instruments here, we decided to do a lot of pre-production before that. So it was a lot of work to program some of those things. But we had all the instruments with us, and they were bleeping and blooping and everything. And at the end of it, it really sounded cool, the whole series. And we were like, maybe we should use that. So after we finished capturing the live moment, which is live vocals, live drums, Josh is playing on this, one of our team members. Natalie was playing some synth stuff on her guitar, which is pretty cool. And then there's some other elements going. After that, then we took it and we just did some like touch-ups after. So this is really common for live recordings, but this one was kind of like studio / live. So some elements were from the live, some we re-recorded at the end. And that's how the recording process was. So I did some of the work was in my office. That's why I thought it'd be cool if I was here. Rachita's asking, how long did it come up with the words for this one? So this one would have to be a question for Rich, but one of the cool things about this one, we were all kind of scrambling into the pandemic right as we were finishing this song. So we knew we were doing Easter, and we had a couple ideas and themes that our lead pastor Jonathan was talking about. And so Rich totally latched onto some of those, and he started writing around them. And I'm not sure, we tweaked a couple things in conversations after he showed it to the rest of the music team. But a lot of it was just like straight up what his original writing was, which is really cool. And so this one, I think he just hit a vein. Sometimes songs just come out and they flow. And I think when Richard's in a real flow state, he can really pump out stuff quick. And so this one was really cool because he didn't just pump it out, but it was actually it was like already really resonating in the first draft. So that's how the lyrics came out. I remember, I don't know if anyone was here. You can actually find it on our like YouTube archive on One Church TO. The first time we ever did this song was Easter 2020, and I was playing drums in this office. We had our guitarist Keenan was out in just outside my office, where we have kind of an open area. Richard was in his office when it was back over here, and Natalie was in the main office area too on piano. And that was the first time we ever did it. Even that morning, Easter morning, we were still like finishing the arrangement a couple ways, because that was the first time we had ever played it live. That was a really special moment for it. And it was really cool to be able to have something brand new for our church family at Easter, because there were so many things we had to not do. You know, we couldn't be in person. We couldn't have, we didn't even have the band in the same room with each other. So all the stuff that we had tried to do to be careful, it was really cool that we actually had something that was really fun. I remember I was drumming that morning, and I was like, we were playing through in rehearsal, and we're like, can we do that song a couple more times? Or we're watching the clock, we're going to go live soon. And I'm like, I've got to figure out this drum part a little bit more. And Rich had this breakdown in the bridge, which ended up on the Titanium recording. I love the breakdown on there. There's some real cool production stuff that we did in there. But I was trying to come up with the parts, and Rich was like, I want that breakdown to be on like the digital drums, and I want you to like build it up this way. And I'm trying to lock it down and make sure that I was getting it right. But that ended up being really, really cool. Yeah. So artwork is just like a screenshot, not a screenshot. Every time we do like a weekend recording, we try to capture a couple pics. And because this one was for Titanium. We took a bunch of pics that day. Again, we did 7 weekends. We did 7 weekends at once in that week. Oh man, that was a crazy week. Um, and we took some pics of that, and then when we were putting it up, we were like, we got to use that for the imagery. So we chose a good picture that showed kind of the stage, the kind of the neon lights type of vibe, and then we did some effects to it to make it feel a little bit like an album cover that you're holding. It was a little bit distressed, affected, and that way. So it turned out good. Margaret's asking, do you have more songs in the works? Yeah, we do. We are hoping to continue to write songs. That's something that we really want to do. And one of the things that we really are excited about is a Christmas song that we were really hoping to finish for this year. And we had a couple sessions, songwriting even in this fall season, and it was we don't have it where we're like, yeah, it's ready to go yet. So we're probably going to take that for next year, but I'm excited about it. Natalie Stewart actually was like the first person to bring up that idea. So it's a nugget that she's working on. There's like 5 or 6 little ideas that we've worked on in the last couple years that we want to see. Wait. Sorry, I just had an alert and it cut me off. I hope you can still see me. I don't know if I'm getting an alert here. Wait. Well, I hope you can still hear me. Let me know if you can't hear me or if something's weird there on Instagram. But yeah, we got some songs. We just gotta find the time to get them to the finish line. So yeah, it's a great question. All right, sweet. Well, if you haven't already, I would love to encourage you to do a screen grab of yourself listening to the single on whatever platform you like listening to it. Spotify. Audio is crackling. I'll be right back. Sorry if you're on the YouTubes. Okay. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. So I'd really encourage you, if you haven't already, check out the album. Obviously sorry about kicking everybody off. If you're on YouTube or if you're on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, or whatever they call it, take a screen grab of yourself listening to the album and post it on social media so that we can help promote it. And we're really excited about this song. One thing we didn't really talk about is what this song is about. And that's kind of important. So maybe we'll finish with that. This song is coming into Easter. We were talking. Will there be a link? If you go to our profile, there's a link to some stuff, but I'll update it too. But if you just search for One Church TO everywhere for music, you'll find it. Yeah, I hope that's helpful. But we'll put together a little link, and you can check it out in our bio. I think it's already there, but I'll double check right after this. But so yeah, the song is about Jesus rescuing us and how absolutely hard that is to comprehend and how amazing that is. and yet it's true. And the cost and the price that he had to pay to rescue us is actually, it's hard to believe, but it is. I love that line on the cross. The one says it is done, and that's kind of the real gut punch of this. And when Rich was writing it, I don't know how much of the pandemic, like this is early in the pandemic, I don't know how much of that influenced his last versions of the lyrics, but even when I'm in the storm, you're the one I'm hanging on to, type of vibe in the bridge. I can't remember the lyrics exactly, but how much that was something that resonated with me as we were heading into that season with the pandemic starting and everything. So excited for you guys to jump into it. And you know what? Feel free to share your favorite lyric once you get into it, the stuff that's resonating with you. And any more questions before we sign off today? This has been fun. So glad that you guys were here with us today. And for everyone who's joining us later, hope you enjoy these little clips talking about it. And feel free to ask your questions, tag One Church TO or tag the One Church TO music and production accounts. And you can ask us questions about the single and we can post some more videos about it. But this is really exciting. Yay, thank you. A huge thanks to Rachita. She's been helping us on the back end, doing some promotion and stuff. Thank you, Rachita. You've been awesome and helping get the word out. We're going to be promoting it. We're going to be promoting it this weekend, all weekend. We're going to be doing it in our music set this weekend. Our team is going to be doing it, and so it's going to be awesome to be able to share this with our church family. And I know one of the things I love is hearing people say that, like, how much this helps them in the middle of their week when they're in the middle of their own little storms. They got stuff to hang on to. All right. Love you guys. Love you, church family. Love you, everybody on the internets. Go download, go listen, go grab this. And just a couple more people jumped in right as I'm about to sign off. But go listen wherever you get it. Maybe I'll stick on for a couple more minutes, but if we get a couple people jumping in right now. Any questions about Unbelievable, or you're curious how things went or behind the scenes? Feel free to throw them in there. This has been a really, really great project. Oh, I did something I didn't talk about at all. Jeff Muir, who's just sitting in his office across the way, is the guy who does all the video stuff for us on the weekends, and also he mixes. Francesco helps a bunch too, but for this particular project, mixes everything. And Jeff, he comes from a studio recording background, so this is kind of like what he was trained to do. But even still, like he has an amazing way of mixing stuff and helping produce stuff. And Jeff and I have been working together probably for close to 15 years on recording music. So there's a little bit of shorthand between the two of us, and it's so fun to work on stuff with Jeff. And I even though he's crazy busy doing a whole bunch of stuff, he's still hungry to grow at something. He hasn't lost his love of mixing yet, which is really cool. And I think one of the cool things this whole pandemic season, we've been doing sets every week that have needed some like heavier mixing than just a live stream version would, right? So his mixing chops have even got stronger in this last year. So when we came to releasing this, we had early conversations, and he was like, "I'm pretty happy with the original mix. We're already close." When we released it on the weekend in July or whatever it was. But then when we added a few more like spice in the version, and then we were tweaking it, and it came together really quick. I know he worked hard on it, but to get that good, his first mix was already so good. And Natalie, Richard, and myself were able to just go in, provide some notes, get some thoughts about it, and yeah, I'm so stoked with the sound of this, and I'm nerdy about it. If you know me, I'm nerdy about the way things sound. So it really, really turned out really good. Yeah. Any other questions before we say see you later? Hello, Lisa. What's up, James? What's up, Betty? Again, if you didn't hear me say it earlier, so excited that we're releasing Unbelievable. It's just the new single from One Church TO Music, and a song from our church family, to our church family, for our church family, and anyone else who wants to use it. And go download it, stream it, and when you do, take a screenshot and post it on social. Get the word out with us. Help more people have a chance to hear it, so we can do that. Okay, I'm going to sign off. This has been cool. Thank you, everybody. See ya.